Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner, and this is what? A review. Okay, you see what it is? You see what it is. First things first, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird. JayBird. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, and all that goodness. Do not forget to also like this video, to share this video on your own social media. You can comment in the comment section below to scroll on down and comment here, comment there. You can follow me on IG and or Twitter. Okay, at J_Lees_Corner. And do not forget to hit the notification bell. The notification bells helps because for my videos, when I put a video out, if it gets flagged after I put it out, I put it to unlisted. So anyone who is actually subscribed to the notification gang or whatever, you have the link to still watch the video while I'm waiting for you to, girl, while I'm waiting for YouTube to approve it. So you know what I'm saying? You should always do that. Anyway, so we see Quad and Quad and Simone are still at the little dinner, whatever, and Quad is still, well, come back, let's talk. You know what I'm saying? You two, Quad being extra, whatever. And Simone like, girl, I don't have time for this. We didn't come here to move forward or whatever. And Quad says, you know what, she just wanted to overtalk me and yell at me, whatever, because, you know what I'm saying, she needs to know how I feel. Quad, you the one that came in there with this completely different energy than you had at the tea party, okay? It was just completely different. And not only that, you the one loud talking, yelling across the room. Calm your ass down, Quad. So Simone leaves, go to her car. Girl, I ain't got time for this shit. I know she wanted to discuss something from a year or two ago. I would told her to kiss my ass. I said, well, I'm pretty sure she would. And then Quad went back and sat down and had dinner by herself. Now Simone gets home and just explained to Cece what Quad did and how she just, I can't believe she wants to bring up something from you from the crab boy. He like from last year. She said, yes, can you believe it? So, I mean, it was dumb. You know, I can, Quad brings up out, not Quad, Simone brings up out, explain the crab boy situation at the crab boy. Like, we had a whole conversation there. Like, why is she bringing it up now? It just doesn't make any sense. I cleared up what I said there. And you know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned, I'm done. I thought she would work on something, but she does not. So, I'm going to move on. I'm saying, well, I think that's a smart thing to do. Now, we then see Mariah at her house, and her sister Lark is there, and then Toya comes over. Toya's outfit was cute, you know what I'm saying? But it was an outfit. Okay, hold on. Okay, because the the fan kept blowing the hair in my face, and it was just driving me crazy. So, you know what I'm saying? I get a little, messy up top bun. Anyway, so again, Toya came over to Mariah's house. Toya's outfit was really, really cute, but it did match the outfit that Mariah had on a while ago. I didn't feel like getting pictures because, girl, YouTube being funny acting right now, so I gotta pick and choose my battles. So they discussed the tea party, what happened, you know what I'm saying, how Jackie and Contessa was saying one thing, how they felt something different. For the most part, you know what I'm saying, Mariah's issue is, Jackie should have apologized to me because she repeated something that she don't know to be actual or factual or whatever, and she should not be repeating the rumor that Quad said. And Toya felt like, well, I did not, discuss things with Contessa because, Contessa out here calling her husband a big fat bitch. Well, no, the biggest bitch. He's the biggest bitch. He's the biggest bitch is what she said. And so, it's like I need to have a conversation with Contessa. I feel like me and her are always at odds. I want to stop arguing with her. I feel like I feel like Toya and Contessa's issue is more Toya. I think Toya in the past couple seasons had an issue with Contessa, and Contessa just being feisty would kind of get back with Toya. And so that's why they are now at odds. And I don't think either of them has fully had the conversation, mainly because Toya's childish. Period. Point blank period. So that was the point of their little ponderosa conversation, as Jackie Chrissy would say from Basketball Wives. We then see Jackie and Simone meet up. Now, see how I'm saying? Everything is someone meets up with someone just to talk. Okay. I hope this is only episode 3. I hope by episode 5 they've stopped this. It should not be 18 meetups in one episode. That nobody doing nothing together. So Jackie and Simone meet up or whatever over lunch, while they in their scrubs and everything. And, Jackie brings up how, I'm in the middle of you and Heavenly's issues or whatever, and we used to be so cool, and I just miss my friends all hanging out. And I'm like, but I remember when Jackie didn't even like Heavenly and vice versa. And now okay. So again, she wants to say, like, I talked to Heavenly and I told Heavenly that, she can't discuss you with me. I'm saying she can't talk about you to me at all. And Simone, like, well, that's why I have not been, calling you about the issues with me and Heavenly because I want to leave you out of it. So, um, she brings up how her and Heavenly aren't friends because Heavenly does not respect her husband. Because this whole Twitter thing, I think Simone is just being emotional. Okay, I think Simone was embarrassed. Okay, but I feel like the one thing that's true is it wasn't a secret that Simone wanted Cecil to get a job. Okay, so Heavenly putting that on Twitter shouldn't matter that much. Okay, it really, really, really shouldn't. However, I still get you don't want your good girlfriend to say anything about your husband. Okay, I get that as well. So I get all points of that. Now Jackie felt like, well, I think y'all just need to talk. I think y'all need to kind of just hash it out because you know what I'm saying, and get in a good place. And Simone like, Jackie, whatever, because she felt like, you want me to move past and move on and have a conversation with Heavenly when you won't even talk to Mariah, okay? I will talk to Heavenly and be cool with Heavenly the minute that you breathe the same air as Mariah. And so I'll do that, I can do that or whatever. If you set it up or whatever, as long as there's no craziness, I can do that. I say, girl, okay, if you think so. Now, Simone also brings up how her main issue too is that what Heavenly did and said hurt her feelings, and she does not want to have to completely, forgive someone who hasn't apologized for hurting her feelings. I'm like, ladies, calm down. We then see Heavenly and Contessa meet up. Okay, and they meet up at Contessa's house and everything, and it was funny because when she came over, Contessa's children were like playing chess, and Heavenly said, "You know what? I was a chess champion in my high school or college, one of the two. You guys was all that." Contessa said, "Simone," and I said, "Girl, names. Y'all know I watch a lot of shows, so the names sometimes are just jumbling in my head and jumble in a lot of the YouTubers' heads because we have so much information. But no, Contessa said that Heavenly consistently said that she was the best of something and anything when she sees something. She was the captain of the football team. She was the captain of the cheer squad. She was on the debate team. She was president of the PTA. She's all these things. And she said people love to bring up their accolades when they don't have to prove it, okay? When they don't have to have any receipts. And I said, well, I mean, she could have at least showed us a picture of her at the chess club tournament if you were champion. Okay, what a trophy. I digress. So they have a conversation mainly because Contessa say how she feel like Scott insinuated, in their little argument from when she first came home that, you know what I'm saying, she has abandoned him and the kids. I say, now unless y'all had a separate conversation or stuff was cut out, I didn't get that from him saying, you just got here with some McDonald's, okay, at 9 p.m. at night, act like I didn't feed our kids. You walk in the house complaining about the fact that I had not washed the clothes yet or washed the dishes yet when your ass been gone all week. I didn't get that. I didn't get that was him saying you abandoned us. I got that as meaning you doing your own thing and it's cool, but don't come home as if I'm not here doing my own thing too. That's what I got from it. But again, I don't know if he said something else and we just didn't hear and they cut and placed it together. We never know these shows. So I was like, okay, cool. Heavenly said, well, it's because you left home. Okay, you left home for a year because her issue is, how or when did I lose, the job? No, when did I lose, or when did I lose input? When did I lose my right to have input, in raising our kids? And he said, well, because you left the house for a year, you left the home for a year, like you had to know if things would change or whatever. She brings up how, you're a nurturer, you're a nurturer, naturally, so your kids need you. So why would you leave your kids with your husband? And I was like, first of all, Heavenly, she could leave her kids with her husband because guess what? That's their father. Okay? Now, my issue with what Contessa did was she did leave for a year, and I felt like, was there not a school in your state that you can go to? No? Okay. I just think it's weird when people who are already accomplished um want to accomplish more, but it kind of disrupts the family life and they have small kids. I feel that's weird to me. Not at all so that Contessa can't go for her dreams, her goals. I'm not saying that, but I do wish it was a way that she didn't have to be away from her children for a year, because I think at that age, your kids remember mommy was gone a lot. You know what I'm saying? And so I just wish it was some kind of way that, it could have been a better school is near her, but things happen or whatever. But, she brings up how the only reason that Scott is even having to do all that was because Scott would not let her take the kids with her. Of course, I would not have either. You're not going to uproot our 3 children who was in school to go with you to Nashville for a year. No. No, you can't. You can't do that. No, Contessa. I agree with that. I agree with Scott on that. Like, let's not interrupt our kids' life and uproot them because you decided that you wanted to go to school for a year in another state. Just saying. Anyway, so she said, what's the woman's place, Contessa? Well, at home, I guess it's that. Right, so you need to get it together, whatever, because only you know what's right for your marriage, but you also have to remember, you also have to pay attention to the straw that could break. And I'm like, well, that's true. Now, Contessa brings up how, I heavily want to be the one to sit at home and just be working and wait for her husband. Not, I didn't think that Contessa, I didn't think that heavily meant when she said a woman's place is at home. It meant sit at home and wait for your husband to do things. I think what she meant was there any way that you could still work on what you want but not leave your house, not leave your family, not leave your kids? I think that's what she meant more as be at home and be a wife and, wash the dishes and, what I'm saying, don't work. I don't think she meant that at all, because Heavenly isn't a stay-at-home mom. She's a working mom. But I also think, some people just wouldn't want to leave their kids. And it's not right or wrong. Everyone has to do what's right for them. If I was married and with children, I couldn't see myself doing that. You know what I'm saying? My mom, with me and my sister, she wanted to be like in the FBI, but the amount of travel that entailed, she would have been gone a lot. So she did what she's doing now, and she's very accomplished. Okay, very accomplished. So she did things and still did what she wanted to do, but she didn't sacrifice not being in our lives. Even though over the years she would have to travel here and there, it wasn't a lot, and then she wouldn't be gone for more than like a couple days. Nothing like, oh, mom gone for a year. What, mama? Come on. So whatever. She's still traveling. My mom was accomplished. Okay. Anyway, so they had the conversation. Now Toya and Eugene talk at home. And Toya brings up how one of the son's teachers emailed because she told the son to do something in school and he didn't do it or whatever. He got, mean or whatever to look with the teacher. So she said she felt like, he just didn't listen to what the teacher said to do. So she said she felt like, when they both had been acting out in one way or the other since she had the miscarriage. So she felt like they didn't really explain it, or they didn't have an in-depth conversation about the miscarriage. How do they feel? What I'm saying? Kind of explain what it kind of means or whatever. So they sit both kids down and asked them, like, well, how do you guys feel since, you found out that mom isn't pregnant anymore? And the one son says, well, I'm okay sometimes, but sometimes I'm sad. The other one then say, well, I'm mad because the baby died. I said, watch out for that one. Watch out the way, and not just a bad thing, but the way he said it. I was like, he pinched other people's children, okay? He's a pincher. That's what he reminded me of or whatever. And they like, don't say it like that. Even the other brothers like, don't say it like that. You can tell they two different kind of kids. Period. Okay? So, again, the one son who said, like, he's okay sometimes, but sometimes he's sad. He's like, well, what if I start crying? Like, what am I supposed to do? What would someone tell me to do? And, you can tell he kind of wants to cry. He's sad. And she's like, well, if you want to cry, it's normal. And we'll tell you that it'll be okay, and we'll comfort you. We'll give you a hug or whatever. And he just hugging his mama. The other one looking all over the place. He ain't paying no attention or whatever. But they tell them both, like, don't think of it as the baby died. The baby was really, really little. Okay, it wasn't like y'all. It was just some cells in mommy's tummy, and the cells didn't produce further to become, you know what I'm saying, a full-fledged, baby like y'all or whatever. We're made up of cells. They're like, yeah, it was a real cute thing, but that one that said, I be mad because the baby died. It's like, is he looking for a reason to be mad? I was just like, girl, watch him because he pinched children. So again, the kids go, they get it and had that conversation or whatever. I think it was good they had the conversation with the kids anyway, because the one who is sad, you can tell he don't know how to react. You know what I'm saying? So when they go upstairs, Toya brings up how she kind of regrets even telling them so early that she was pregnant. She's like, I feel like I showed them, or I introduced them to pain because they knew something and I had to tell them that something went away. And you know what I'm saying, I just didn't want to introduce them to pain, so early on in life. And I think her saying that made sense. I think sometimes people, cause she said, I'm over 40, we hadn't been thinking about more kids, and then boom, I'm pregnant, and we was happy, and then boom, I'm not pregnant anymore. And I do think sometimes that you have young kids, some parents don't tell their siblings until, mom is like, out of the dangerous stage. Sometimes they don't tell the kid to mom. He's like, I'm seeing 3 months. Because at that stage, it's safer to talk about it. Because some people, lose kids within that first, like, the first 5 to 10 weeks is when some people, have miscarriages. You can have miscarriages all up until 5, 6, 7, 8 months or whatever. But again, as she said, she was only about 6 weeks along, but the kids knew so early, they then were sad when they found out that, she was no longer pregnant. And I like how Eugene brought up how, it's going to take some time for us, you know what I'm saying? But you're healthy, I'm healthy and everything, you know what I'm saying? It'll just take time to get back to normal. I liked that it was a honest conversation about a miscarriage. You know what I'm saying? I think more people should have those kind of conversations so that people aren't just like, oh, it's just, this guy is a mystery. Like what, it shouldn't be like this secret. You know what I'm saying? That a person does not know how to either talk about it or even have the conversation with other people. Okay, so we then see at Simone and Cecil's house. They have a family meeting. Okay, mainly because Simone is like, I love having my sons and my husband back in the house, but the house is messy. Okay, they don't clean up. They don't clean up after themselves. They don't take the trash out. They don't walk the dogs and all these things. So for the main part, she has a whole list of things they do that get on her nerve or that they don't do to get on her nerve. So the trash. The one son said, oh, so you work so much you can't take the trash out? She said, I don't have to. It's 3 men in this damn house. I agree. Look, the one thing my exes and my friend have always, look, take the damn trash out. Period. Even I have a neighbor, but this guy who lives across far from me, and I just put my trash outside my door, of course in the trash bag, and he takes my trash out. And I'm because he seen me one day going to the trash can, and he was like, "Do you take your trash out? I'll do it." He's like, women should not take the trash out if there's a man to do it. And I was looking like, oh, you're so nice. And so he takes my trash out. But again, I agree with her. Like, you two boys are my sons. He my husband. I shouldn't have to take the trash out. I mean, I can if I see it, but I shouldn't have to. Okay, but I digress. She brings up how she should not have to walk the dog, and how they should do their own laundry because y'all too old to be having me do your laundry. And she also brings up how one of them had some condoms on the dresser because he fucking. Anyway, they didn't have they had their own rules for her. Bringing up how she always complained about things she think they didn't do before she even knows they didn't do it. And I'm like, well, I mean, but did you do it? Or did you not do it? If you didn't do it and she complained before she knew that you didn't do it, it's because she knew you didn't do it. Anyway, and the other son brings up how your tone is so extra. Like you would say, is the water green? Is the water green? And she said, well, I don't start yelling until the 5th or 6th time I've asked y'all a question. But Simone is loud. I mean, she really, really is. And they all just kind of hug it out and laugh or whatever. Oh, we love you. I mean, it was a cute scene, but it reminded me that, okay, y'all ain't had nothing going on. Okay. even Heavenly, they didn't have nothing happened because even Heavenly and her daughter was in the closet, and her daughter is shady. Okay, look at this. She said that she is more cute than her mama was at her age. I said, oh Lord Jesus. And Heavenly said it was because I was chunky at my age for one, and two, we didn't have money to pay people to do my hair and get me nicer looking clothes or whatever. We are more fortunate to have money to help you look better. And that's true. Okay? Because the little girl hair is done. She's nice with the clothes. And I feel like she has a little bit of makeup on. Okay? A little bit of makeup. And Heavenly wasn't ugly. She was a little chunky. That's really it. But she said, Mom, I look better than you now than you did at my age. I said, first of all, you don't punish me. Okay? Take the makeup off. Put your phone down. You can't do shit for forever. Gonna say you look better than me. But whatever. And that was really it with them. She just brings up how, she's getting older and, Laura doesn't like really want to hang out with her, whatever. You can't date till you 18. Dame will come in, Dame says she can't date till she's 30. And I'm like, okay. But again, Heavily just having the time realizing that Laura's getting older. Okay, and Laura isn't trying to be up on her mama like she did when she was 8. I mean, it happens. My nephew DJ, when I FaceTime him now, he barely looks at the phone because what? He on the phone or he's on that game with his friends. He's getting older. Anyway, so next up, Jackie and Quad meetup. I'm so tired of talking about these goddamn meetups. So, she brings up how I met with Simone. And when I met with Simone, I brought up the crab boil issue. And Jackie was like, oh, Quad, why would you do that? Like, she's like, wow, you need to let it go. No, because she said and she did, and I went through so much. I can't believe. I'm like, oh, here we go. You know what I'm saying? I like how Jackie brought up how anytime someone needs to consistently keep hearing, I'm sorry about the same thing, at that point you realize it's not even about the issue or that person. It's about the person who needs to keep hearing, I'm sorry, which means Quad has an issue. Quad should not even be on the show this season, mainly because she's not married to Medicine. And I feel like if they're gonna have Quad on, they should have Gregory on. So whenever the husbands meet up, Gregory should be there the same way that Quad is still there. Because technically they still married. I feel like what is the point of having Quad on the show? I don't. Quad gets on my nerves sometimes. Anyway, at this point in time, Quad is yelling and fussing. But I was hurt. I went through so much. I was, my whole, this and that, and I can't believe. And Jackie like, Quad, just listen, Quad, listen, Quad, and Quad. But I was hurt. I went through, I'm like, Quad, all you went through was a divorce. Okay? You alive, you are well, you have money, you got a job. Yes, it was traumatic for you to divorce your husband, but you did not want to be married to him anyway. So please miss us with the bullshit of, oh my God, I went through so much in my divorce. I was going through hell. Everyone on that show has went through some form of hell. You're the only one who alienated yourself, and then you're not pointing the finger at everybody else as to why you went through hell. You went through hell because you did things and you stayed with Gregory because you wanted some clout. But let me stop. Let's not move backwards. Let's move forward. Jackie, like, well, can you at least apologize to Simone for whatever part that you played in, the demise of the friendship? Well, only if I feel like I did something wrong. I'm like, you know what, Quad? Like, I just, no. Girl, I don't care. So we then see Mariah, Simone, Jackie, and Heavenly all meet up. And did I have a picture? I do not like. Yeah, I do. Why? Look at them lashes. Okay, those are bats' wings. Okay, so, I just cannot believe the lashes that people have on their face. I mean, like, if she blink, I think she gonna. I think her blinking moved up her lace front. Girl. Anyway, so we see that Jackie did not tell Heavenly that Simone would be there. And Simone didn't tell Mariah that Jackie would be there. They both, Simone and Jackie, planned to do this. That they would bring the other one there and they would tell the other one once they got there what was really going on. Okay. And we see both Mariah and Heavenly was shocked to be tricked. Okay. Heavenly said, you know what, you a sneaky bitch. I say, well, yeah, Jackie is a sneaky bitch. Anyway, they all sit down and at first it was awkward silence. Okay. I'm like, y'all ain't gonna order no food? No drinks, but I digress. So they get down to the nitty gritty. And Jackie says, well, Mariah, I heard that you were offended by something I said or did. Yes, Jackie. You know, when you went on your show and that podcast and mentioned the drug allegations, you know what I'm saying? I wish you would have just fact checked before you did that because you should know me and know that ain't what I do. Okay? I don't do that or whatever. And Jackie said, well, I was just quoting what someone else said. And for Jackie not to say, you know what? I should have said allegedly. Jackie's repeated what Quad said as if it was factual. She did. She didn't say what she said was, no, what she should have said was, should Quad have said that Mariah allegedly does drugs, okay? Because it wasn't like, you know, what Quad said was factual. It really, really wasn't. So I get the reason Mariah was upset because, again, you said it as if, yes, I know for a fact that Quad admitted something that Mariah did that we all know she do. That's how it was said. So she was bad about that. So Mariah brings up how, you know what, even though you was repeating something someone else said, that you could have at least asked me about it first. And then Jackie said, well, we don't talk much, we don't talk much, Mariah. I'm saying that because you talk at me and not to me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you say things that I don't know what it means. So I wish you were just trying to talk, you know what I'm saying, in plain English or whatever, because sometimes your slang, I don't get it. You know, but you do say it, but I want to apologize if I said something that offended you. Well, yes, you did. You did. Okay, well, I apologize for offending you. Okay, I apologize for what I said because it offended you, and I'm sorry. And Mariah accepts and says, you know, okay, we can move on from that, and I won't bring it up, not near time in the future. Now, Simone and Heavenly was not so easy. Simone and Heavenly issue, I think, is petty because they both know the exact reason the other one is mad, but neither of them wants to admit it. You know, not Mariah. Heavenly wants to use the excuse of because everyone knew that you wanted Caesar to work. Me saying what I said did not matter. Where Simone felt like, yeah, but we had private conversations. So you saying that to me, it felt like you knew how I felt and you used that against me and then went at my husband, okay? Based on a tweet that he wrote that wasn't even really to you. He repeated what Mariah said on TV. And I'm like, people do that. People quote things that someone says on the show if it's funny. Okay, and he literally quoted exactly what Mariah said. He didn't at Jackie. He added Simone jokingly. So my thing is, he wasn't really going at you. Mariah was, okay? And so from there, the conversations get to, well, my husband wouldn't tweet you. Well, my husband, and then now they saying what Cecil and Damon would or would not do. And you got Heavenly saying, I was Simone. Well, Damon's the best husband. You can't compare Damon to Cecil because Simone, you can't, because Damon is the best husband I've ever known. He's the only husband you've ever known. Heavenly, you don't have any other husbands to our knowledge. Okay, so you can't act as if, oh my God, he's so much better than anybody else's husband. Girl, Damon not perfect. I feel like Heavenly is setting Damon up for failure. Cause the minute he do anything, the first thing anyone gonna say is, you said he was perfect, he ain't perfect. He ain't like the rest of the husbands. So, I mean, girl, stop saying that. So, Mariah takes him on to the bathroom to kind of calm her down. And Jackie is telling, you know, having to calm down too. And so they go back out to the table with Mariah saying to Simone beforehand, just accept her half-ass apology, you know, just to move on from it. But she said things that hurt me. You can't keep just saying things and expecting somebody to, you know, not care, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my God, I'm over it. And back at the table when they all sitting there, not Simone crying, you know, if anybody says something that's hurtful to you and hurts your feelings, you should not have to just move past it. Now, girl, They didn't switch seats and they got Heavenly sitting next to Simone. And I'm sorry, Simone, can't you? But you hurt me, Heavenly. I talked to you in confidence. I know, but it wasn't a secret. But I talk. Okay, fine. Okay, I'm sorry, Simone. I did not mean to hurt your. I'm sorry. Can we move past this? And they hug and make up. And Heavenly said, how, usually I say I'm sorry and I don't mean it. This time I do. Okay, I really, really mean it, and I want to move forward with Simone because I want to be in a better situation. And so they all leave. At that point in time, we have Heavenly and Jackie in one car, and we have Simone and Mariah in the other. And you see when Heavenly said, well, did you and Simone, no, is you and Mariah cool now? Are y'all friends? Well, let's level the friendship. See, Jackie, that's what Heavenly means. No, Jackie, that's what Mariah means when you say things that's shady, trying to act like you're not being shady, and you are, okay? And I'm like, girl, just stop having these 18,655 meetings in one episode, okay? Can't y'all, look, get them all together, okay? Put them all in one goddamn room. Damn it, man. Anyway, I'm done. Peace.